Hello fellow data friends, welcome back to Luxembourg vs Smarter AI. In the proper poll, a Luxembourgian colonial empire was first, and Burgundy with the Confederation of the Rhine was a good second. So we combine both, but a colonial empire will be a higher priority. To form Burgundy, we need to form the United Netherlands and be a monarchy. So basically, the groundwork is already done. This flag in the formation menu is also the Burgundian flag. A glorious union. And once we let some time pass, we get a nice new color and become Burgundy. To build a global empire, we need a navy. Ironclads are still a bit far off, so we build a pre-iron navy regardless. But where do we build? We are mostly out of peasants, so we need more population. What is our mass migration attraction? We have 33 mass migration attraction, which puts us at rank 7 attraction-wise. That is not good enough. We only have 3 incorporated states at the moment, so we get a 20% penalty to mass migration attraction. We are mostly building in Wallonien and Gelre, so we reorganize our decrees and remove the T-tax. Then we can put down some greener grass campaigns. Only in incorporated states for now. Recalculate mass migration attraction. 61.8 looks good. Once our railways finish, we build a navy. Oh, I think we need to put down greener grass decrees everywhere. The states without one are bleeding. Okay, even with greener grass campaigns, they are bleeding. For now, we build more government administration to reduce tax waste, and we build in Flanders to increase tax capacity there as well. And we declare rivalries against smaller, mostly German nations. I want faster infamy decay. We got water tube boiler, so we can free up some workforce. I will be careful with activating water tube boiler, so we don't overburden our coal market and run into coal deficits. Oh wait, we can also upgrade our coal mine production methods. Yes, we got a lot more coal now. Water tube boiler everywhere. Okay, we have several shortages, but we need a colonial empire, thus ships. We have a military shipyard in Holland, so we build here. So 30 ships at the start. That will put us at rank 5 in terms of naval power. 15 light ships and 15 capital ships. Oh, one ship too much. That should also increase our prestige a lot, and maybe we even become a great power. Urbanized Burgundy completed. More loyalists seems to be better. We got some spare authority, so we tax T again. We incorporated all states, so our mass migration attraction is at 70. The ledger is always disappearing, so I cannot check the rank list for now. But we beat the US, so we should be fine. Canneries unlocked through tax spread. Meat is cheap, so we used canned meat. We finished building our naval bases. I will wait until I got enough cash to nationalize the 2 missing textile mills in Holland, then we remove the iron company and use a textile company. We need to work towards the achievement. A donation of knowledge, always nice. What? The armed forces create an anti-country lobby against France, our best friend? Stupid. Okay, now we can buy the last textile mills. Then we disband the mine company. Oh, the Societe Anonyme John Cockerill has 3 associated buildings. That is looking nice. Oh, temptation. I want that. Just too good. I will build a steel mill and motor industries in Holland and will try to sell it to the company. In the meantime, we organize our military. There's some buggy stuff here. For example, the game thinks we're building 30 new line infantry, but we are not. So I just completely remove them. Looks like Friesland has some nice job seekers. Okay, 15 infantry and 15 artillery. And we try to privatize our remaining tooling workshops and our steel mill. Hopefully the company buys them. No mass migrations yet, but there's only one in the whole wide world. We need more people and more qualifications. Let's increase education. That should help as well. We could also change our citizenship laws, but I don't want to. Let's stay racist for now. But we should watch if we can remove migration controls soon. We need workers, nobody said we would treat them well. And we got a revolution from some radicals. Spot on concerning my last comment. But they aren't strong enough to actually revolt. Perfect timing to increase our national guard. The average of our population is just barely above their expected standard of living. No wonder they are unhappy. But I want the money. Percussion caps through tax spread. And we can reduce activism through an event. Wonderful. I know I am accumulating gold right now, but I want to wait until I build up the new military and then we can see if we can use more construction. I think it is time to rearrange my trade routes again. Tools are cheap. Can we export some? Not really. Everybody has cheap tools apparently. And we can barely export any iron. That feels a lot different to vanilla. Oh, but groceries sell well. Well, we need an artillery factory and an ammunition plant anyway. Let's build that. We got modern sewage, very nice. And we got pharmaceuticals, we need that. Okay, we need the church because I want public hospitals. To speed stuff up, I will reduce taxes. Then we get a contested government and we will probably make a lot of people very happy. I think I want another company. Can we puppet another European nation to drain their population? Maybe Sardinia-Piedmont. And we can just use France as our hammer. Health tax. We spend money for a lot more success chance. Nice. 36 infamy to puppet Sardinia-Piedmont. Austria and Russia threaten to join, and France looks very neutral. Not a good idea. We got a decision. Lowlands land reclamation. We have a chance to get more arable land. Sounds very nice. A new journal entry. Okay, interesting. Let's build more food industries. Maybe we can feed the world and get rich at the same time. Holland gets 2 arable land. Very nice. Let's raise military wages and prepare for some colonial war. Portugal might join. They don't have any ships, but some military. Well, who cares? Become my protectorate. Do I want to add more war goals? Not really actually. I just want to puppet them. Oh right, mobilize. And we are at war. Time to subjugate the savages. Oh, only 16 ships are staffed. So we move some units. Ah, stupid me. These units are now demobilizing. Okay, now we mobilize. And we naval invade the savages. Central archives finished. I love tech bonuses. Crystal glass unlocked through tech spread. And I want more food factories. These guys are making a lot of money. And here's our first battle against the savages. Of course we are winning. The church wants to join the anti-French lobby. No, we like France. And we landed. Time to conquer the whole island. And, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first protectorate. We need to lower their liberty desire before we can make them a paying puppet. And our infamy hurts their liberty desire a lot. So we improve relations with them. Good relations make a puppet happy. Okay, there are some mass migrations into the US. Some of those are Europeans, and they move to the US, although we have a higher mass migration attraction. Ah, they have only 40 acceptance, that's why. Even when you consider the bonus from religion, they are below 60 acceptance, so they are not allowed to migrate to us. I see 2 options here. First, we get no migration controls. Or second, we change our citizenship laws. By the way, these 60% law success shown here are false. 60% are from our current law enactment process. These will disappear once we finish our current law. I think I will go for no migration controls, but stay on national supremacy. People are welcome to join our nation, they need to know their place. But first, we finish public healthcare. Friesland needs a railway. Transportation is very expensive here, and they reached the infrastructure limit. I will declare more interests, so maybe we can get more potential trading partners. Public healthcare went to adoption. The church runs religious schools. Hell no. But I will promise it because our government is barely contested. I want to stay contested. And we unlocked rifling through tech spread. Also, it is time to invest in our future. We are missing a lot qualifications. And we can still improve our research a lot before we reach the maximum. So I will build universities. I will build up to 5 universities in every state. And we got public health insurance. This means we get a bit more population growth, so let's upgrade it immediately further. Secondly, what can we do for no migration controls? The industrialists want it, especially the powerful Petite bourgeoisie hates it. 65% stall chance. That is a lot. Can we maybe reroll the leader? Nothing here would help us enacting no migration controls. What about agitators? Well, basically everybody wants to support the liberal or the peasant movement. Well, we could change to appointed bureaucrats to make them a bit more happy, so they won't block no migration controls as much. Well, let's try that. And we just became a great power. Nice. And we got joint stock companies. I know we want to be luxurious Luxembourg. That would suggest a textile company. But I want to try to produce food for the world. And the birth rate for our best citizens would be nice. Well, let's have fun, shall we? Can we export some groceries? We can try to hook China on the nicest food available. Probably not doing much, but export is export. Let's research mechanized workshops next. Mechanized looms will free up a tiny bit of workforce. We got dialectics from tax bread. Okay, we need more colonies. We need more people to buy our premium groceries. Anonyme looks perfect. Almost 7 million people, and they use irregular infantry. We will smash them. Something with the military is buggy. The screen says there are 9 units in recruitment. And they should be built in Holland. Oops, misclicked. Never mind. But the building interface says 6 levels are done and only 1 is going to be built. My misclick. What about the other 9 units? Anyway, we will build some more artillery first, then we go to war. Okay, now this formation says we are building 5 new units, but they actually appear in the other formation? But we need extra supplies. It would be a bad visit to Anonyme without nice groceries. Okay, make protectorate. Very good. They are immediately fearful, rightfully so. Let's mobilize. I don't know what smarter AI changed exactly, but if the backdoor mechanic works like in vanilla, adding secondary war goals should make them more likely to back down. But I don't want more infamy, so ban slavery and war reparations. That is hopefully enough. What? France kicked us out from their Powerbloc? And our relations with France are neutral? Oh, that hurts. What exactly happened? Okay, I think the French disliked our war because of the infamy. That reduced their relations. That in turn changed their attitude. Then they broke the defensive pact because we were below cordial? But how do we got below 20 just with that war? Only 1 war goal had infamy. Well, that was unexpected. This means we lost our great protector. While we can form a power bloc on our own now, that would decrease relations with the other power bloc leaders. So we need to improve relations first. So we stop to improve relations with Spain and improve with France instead. Well, I guess we need to wait some time for our infamy to recover. And we are at war. Naval invade on their capital. We can establish a company? What happened to our food company? Oh, the food industries is downsizing because they don't have enough workers to fully staff it. So our company lost some levels and had less than 5 buildings. We desperately need more population. Well, let's use the textile company now. At least we are winning the naval invasion. And we got appointed bureaucrats. Okay, we need the industrialists in the government. That would still result in 64% stall chance. When we move the Petite bourgeoisie back into government, then they are happier. Still unchanged stall chance. What about medium government wages? Still 64. And high government wages? Still 64. Did that update? No, it did not. And we stopped government construction to save money. Okay, we are down to 47% stall chance. Still a lot, but at least some improvement. We lost the bureaucracy buff from the Petite bourgeoisie. So we need to build a bit. Man, we got less than 25 legitimacy. It will be hurtful, but let's decrease taxes. And we landed in Anonyme. The war will be over soon. That will decrease our government spendings as well. And we immediately increase relations. We should probably stop the warmongering for a bit now. The anti-Britain lobby wants us to declare a rivalry against Britain. That would be ballsy. Who is in that lobby? The industrialists and the rural folk. Well, the British hate us anyway. I say, go big or go home. Rivalry with Britain? Here we go. Oh yeah, British attitude worsened. Domineering again. And we got a stall event. Let's eat the setback. The Petite bourgeoisie is at -8 approval, so we can lower government wages again. Feared but not loved. Oh, we can give up an obligation, and if they accept, we lose 10 infamy. Yes, please. Yes, they accepted. More arable land, nice. Our health system reached level 3. And another stall event, fingers crossed for the next one. Besma process through TechSpread. Mechanized workshop from TechSpread. Let's research more production tech so we can get Steam Donkey for our own mines soon. Yes, plus 15% enactment success, nice. That will help a lot. A debate event, everything for more success chance. By the way, I just noticed, we only need a happy Petite bourgeoisie once the law event is rolled, so we can lower government wages in between to save money and potentially weaken them, and then just increase wages a week before the law roll. Hydraulic cranes from TechSpread. Okay, we are close to the event roll. Increase government wages. Stall chance dropped a bit. The law stalled, minus 50%. Postal savings from TechSpread. Let's increase bureaucracy so we can improve health insurance again. We are finally getting a bit more population, but we need way more. We max out relations with France, so we increase relations with Austria. Oh, okay, we can join the French Powerbloc again. Colonial offices. This allows no colonial affairs. Would our law just change, or is our current law cancelled? I don't want to risk a cancellation. Maybe later. Oh, we went into consideration? Fine as well. Let's upgrade the health system. Our capitalists are building opium plantations. Always a great choice. Oh, we have some bad luck for our law. And more success chance again. Public address goes awry. Well, let's go all in. We eat the setback for more success chance. Chemical bleaching from TechSpread. Dissenters break rank. We unlock the philosophy department. More tech is always nice. A mining incident. Let's increase the political power of the industrialists. We can form a defensive pact with France. That will make our lobby happy. That will raise the approval for the Petite bourgeoisie again. So, with high government wages, they will be below 10 again. Thus we can decrease the stall chance again. The law stalled regardless. Come on. The French invite us to their Powerbloc. If we decline, they will hate us. So let's join now. Let's cheese a bit. We got an admiral for the industrialists and we promote him. We got baking powder. Let's use that. Rotary valve engine looks very useful for our limited population. And a level 4 health system. And we are below 50 infamy. And the law stalled again. Okay, change of plans. Well, we are forced to. Our trade centers are merchant guilds, so shopkeepers. If we remove mercantilism, we can change that to privately owned, which will weaken the Petite bourgeoisie and improve the industrialists. We change to protectionism, so we can change the production method. But we change the government. We will lose success chance, but the faster enactment time will be worth it. Realism unlocked through TechSpread. And we switch to the consideration phase. Oh, Austria expelled our diplomats. The trade unions want us to import grain. That will start a journal entry. I never thought that yet, so let's see. Okay, they will just like it if we do. Fine. Well, there's barely any grain to import. But they are happy, it seems. Probably a result of the Krakatoa revenge chain. The US is damaging relations. Never a good sign. Let's counter that. By the way, we can raise taxes again. We got a nice government now. Protectionism is going nicely. Opium is a bit expensive, right? So we built some ourselves. Protectionism went to adoption. And we got protectionism. Okay, we have 31% Petite bourgeoisie and 18% industrialists. The production method changed with the law apparently. Oh, okay. Our new capitalists are rather poor. Because every economy is doing quite well, it is hard to export a lot. We need to break the power of the Petite bourgeoisie. They have a lot of shopkeepers. These guys in the financial districts do quite well. Then we would exchange shopkeepers against bureaucrats and clerks. They are less likely to support the Petite bourgeoisie, but is that enough? And we have the rotary valve engine, that might help a bit. And we often need more transportation, so steel railway cars. Time to increase construction again a bit, I think, to increase demand. Okay, to weaken the Petite bourgeoisie, we could change the distribution of power. An oligarchy would improve the power of the capitalists, but also the aristocrats. Landed voting would also favor the aristocrats more. But autocracy already improved the aristocrats. So changing to oligarchy would just buff the capitalists. Wealth voting, could that work? Well, some shopkeepers are above 25. Would that be enough? Well, according to this, the average wealth of pops supporting the Petite bourgeoisie is 15.7. What about landed voting? How many people do we have for each profession? Well, we have a lot of clergymen. That would improve the church quite a bit. Let's try oligarchy for the capitalists' buff. It moved to consideration. Steel railway cars. Let's make transportation more affordable. Let's go for improved fertilizer to get cheaper grain. Our population is growing, but we need so much more. But I don't want to liberalize my citizens' law. Popular playwright, more success chance. The law takes forever, but we need it. Quinine unlocked through tax spread. Steam donkey, we can free some workforce. 15% more success chance. Oh, we got a mass migration. Franco-Canadian. They have 60 acceptance because they are francophone. Well, 900 migrants in Wallonia, another 500 in Flanders, and 1,700 in Galway. Not the biggest mass migration, but at least some migration. New neighbors, new grudges. Will the mass migration stop if we lower acceptance? It's only local, right? I want 20% more loyalists. And we reached adoption. And we have improved fertilizer. That should make grain cheap. And with threshing machines, we can free up some workforce again. The French impose colonial resettlement. We are in the adoption phase. This option would cancel oligarchy. No. I agree, but not yet. Okay, 15% more success chance. I got some spare gold, and we don't have enough population to massively increase construction anyway. I will use some money to buy buildings, which I can then sell to my companies again. The landowners want per capita taxation. Well, let's promise, but never do it. Oh, France and Prussia are going to war. Prussia wants to unify northern Germany. We need to stop that. Can we ask for a war goal? Military support would make no meaningful difference. What if we massively use conscripts? Nothing? Let's recalculate. Oh yes, we can ask for Hanover. That would be a big step towards our own Confederation of the Rhine. Let's do that. And we are in. The anti-British Association wants us to embargo Great Britain. Well, we already rivaled them, so why not? But now, mobilize all armies and all conscripts. And we use some enlistment efforts. This means we can increase our conscripts if necessary. But most importantly, they recruit faster. The front lines are a bit messy, but as long as we hold Alsace-Lorraine, we are fine. So only this front line really counts. So we designate Hanover, our war goal as objective. And we move to the front. Prussia doesn't even have a fleet, so no danger of naval invasions. So we raid convoys in the North Sea. And we got oligarchy. That should make good governments a bit easier. Only 2% more clout for the capitalists? And we are at war. Oh, we needed autocracy to stay Burgundy. I thought monarchy was enough. Well, that was not my intention. Learned something new. But for now, we satisfy the French demand for colonial resettlement. So, we move the armed forces into government as well to speed up the law process. Okay, we want to attack Hanover. Where are our generals located? Wallonien? Galway? Ah, this one is in Friesland. And this one as well. So this guy attacks. Well, of course the other one is a defensive strategist. But open terrain commander might be very nice. Attack. By the way, let's get a new young officer. Age 39 and an artillery commander. Nice. Battle in Baden? Oh, France was faster. Massive numbers advantage. Oh, we are losing. Oh, both generals are retreating. But ours got controlled retreat. We won. Water battle. And we are attacking Hanover. Field works from tax spread. Perfect timing. Threshing machines unlocked. let's use that immediately. The farms are losing a lot of money. We can export some sugar, that should help a bit. Looks like we have broken most of Prussia's defenses. I want mutual funds, so to lower the ahead of time penalty, we go for psychiatry. Colonial resettlement failed. Well, the French seem happy, or not? Anyway, let's go for no migration controls. And we add the Petite Bourgeoisie to our government. They will stall anyway, this at least improves our government and their happiness a bit. And we occupied Hanover. Nice. The Church wants to join the Dutch-French Friendship Committee and Britain hates it. Perfect. Look at that. The front unified? That is a messy giant front. Well, I don't really care where exactly we attack next, as long as that belongs to Prussia. So, time for our artillery commander. This guy is also a nice attacker. Attack. Organize sports through tech spread. And we are winning battle after battle. More success chance immediately, nice. The Petite Bourgeoisie wants to plot a coup. How about no? We could end the coup by removing the Petite Bourgeoisie from government, but if it fizzles out instead, I think they lose a lot of power then. Removing them is a backup plan though. Okay, the weekly coup gains process as long as the Petite Bourgeoisie is powerful and below zero approval. Oh, the front vanished. And respawned. Look at the manpower. Prussia is down to 40,000 men from 250 units. And a nice coup event to weaken the Petite Bourgeoisie and the coup. And the coup failed. Another debuff for the Petite Bourgeoisie. Oh, France used Saxony to occupy the Prussian capital. Brilliant move. And our units teleported to Saxony. No one is at the other front. Let's move back. And Prussia's war support is in free fall. Perfect. Oh my god, France. France proposes a peace deal where Prussia only gets the cut down to size. Reject. I want my payment. Plus 20% success chance. Nice. And we won. Let's improve relations with our new puppet. And we get some more German puppets, so we can work towards a Confederation of the Rhine puppet. Hello, Oldenburg. Spain sides with Oldenburg? What? Did I miss that in the pre-war screen? Spain is a great power and quite strong, but we don't share a border, and they won't add war goods against Spain. That should keep their involvement low. Ah, Spain guaranteed the independence. Did I really miss that, or was there no indication in the pre-war screen? Anyway, we mobilize and raise conscripts, just in case. Oh, Spain has a big navy, that might be a problem. So we create a second fleet, just to move one admiral. We want our good, experienced admiral alone in our navy. Psychiatry unlocked. So we research mutual funds. Tax spread will start with labor movement. We may need to switch before finishing though. We eat a setback for more success chance. The war has broken out. And our war goal was immediately enforced? Well, they are our protectorate, so all is fine. What about Bremen? No support for independence? No one wants to join? Hello there. Bremen backs down? Nice. Shouldn't we be able to form a Confederation of the Rhine? I don't see anything. Oh, France was faster. They used Bavaria to make a Confederation of the Rhine before us. So, if we manage to kill the Confederation of the Rhine, can we make a new one on our own? No migration controls, progress to consideration. Can we make Japan a protectorate? 74 infamy. And many great powers would hate that. But tempting. What is happening here? Prussia became a minor power? Minus 94% prestige due to the cut down to size, low government wages and influence mismanagement. Oh boy, if they could keep that up for almost 4 years, we could puppet Prussia. Or maybe not. I will not risk 137 infamy. Public address goes awry. Do we massively reduce success chance, or do we go for the setback? All or nothing. Hanover demands Bremen. Who do you think you are? Wait, we are not on the Diplo play? Well, but I will join for a lower autonomy war goal. Smarter AI is quite aggressive. I wonder what war goals Bremen will add if we just support them. Hannover hates us, Bremen is neutral. Will they just eat Hannover as a whole if they think they can do it? So we just join for free. Well, they want to conquer some parts at least. I think Brunswick will be left. France removed us from the French Powerbloc. Again. But we are still in a defensive pact. Might be a good opportunity to make our own Powerbloc soon. To prepare for that, raising relations with Austria would be nice. And we are at war, should be over fast. Prussia is a major power again and hates us anyway, so let's rival them. Here we go. No migration controls, progress to ascent. We could lower autonomy of Anonyme. Look at their GDP once they joined our market, and our capitalists went to town on their peasants. Well, yeah, let's do that. Oh, that made Cambodia their subject, our subject. Well, Anonyme pays £11,000 per week. Not bad. Once the Liberty Desire settles again, we will do the same for the Marina Kingdom. Prussia declared a rivalry back. Fine for me. Oh, Prussia made a new Powerbloc. They lost their old one once they became a minor power, I guess. And we successfully punished Hanover. And we got shell guns. Smarter AI Spain wants to make Brazil a protectorate. In vanilla, Spain feels like a pushover to me, but here, they seem quite strong. Finally, we got no migration controls. Finally. How is our mass migration attraction? Looking good. Let's see if our migration attraction is big enough to lure people into discrimination. Let's subjugate Congo, we need more colonies. And I preferred Burgundy's color. Let's go back to being an autocracy. And we need to switch research. No need to pay the research penalty. Let's naval invade Congo. Yes, Swedish mass migration. They move into 40 acceptance, while they would be fully accepted in Finland. They are willing to move into discrimination on their own. We are just that good. Not the biggest migration, but we need it. Congo is our protectorate now. I was hoping I could enforce a colonial law on them, but apparently I can't. We got labor movement, so it's time for mutual funds. And here it is. Tax spread is working on steel frames, nice. So I go for investment banks. Maybe we can get a groceries company for my birth rate this time. Oh, Russia conquered Constantinople. What a blow to the Ottoman Empire. Since we got no migration controls, we also got migration from our German puppets. Nice. Can we get more European subjects for even more migration? Modena had 3.5 million people. And a guarantee from the Ottomans. The Ottomans are not very strong. Without a navy? And if I don't add a war goal, they will also not use their whole army. Sounds nice. Attack. And we mobilize. I added another small army and moved some conscripts, so we can raise a smaller force. Before we actually subjugate Modena, we decrease autonomy on Congo. They need to pay some protection money. That is another £5,000. Ottomans sided with Modena as expected. Another mass migration, very nice. These guys also move in with 40 acceptance. Since they are new here, they get a local -29 modifier. So these guys have chosen violent hostility because they think life is better here. Let's build 2 railways. Hopefully we can raise infrastructure to get a bit more migration. And we are at war. Emperor evades assassination. That is an advance event. Oh, we can just move our law by 1 phase. But since we are still in phase 1, I will take 20% success chance. And we naval invade Modena. Ah, the army moves over land. Funny. Consideration phase, very nice. We are occupying the capital of Modena. The Ottomans are sending some men, but too little, too late. Ah, some more are coming. Finnish mass migration, very nice. Oh, the Ottomans sent in 150,000 soldiers. That was unexpected. But probably too late anyway. Yes, we won. We increase relations first. And now we pray for an Italian culture community to suck them dry. The law went to ascent, almost. And once we got steel frame construction, we will ramp up construction. Open hearth process from tax spread. Investment banks from tax spread. We cannot form a company right now, but I want to try the food company again. I feel like there's less mass migration and smarter AI. And since we are on national supremacy, Because we are the best, we will always be limited in migration, so I want that birth rate bonus. So we nationalize 5 building levels, which will be quite expensive, and build the company. And now we go for steel frame buildings. And we want to increase productivity of our food industries, so we try to export as much as possible. Okay, that kills our bureaucracy. So we will go free trade next. Oh, our law failed? For real? I wonder, is it worth it to increase relations with Spain? -100? Probably not. We just need some friends, not be friends with everyone. Anglo-Canadian mass migration from the US. Oh, they conquered a lot actually. And we got autocracy. Finally, we are Burgundy again. That color is way better. But that killed our government. Totally worth the better color though. And now our emperor is really an emperor. He doesn't need to share his power. And now we enact free trade. Okay, this seems like a great time to stop the episode, but again, I need your help for the strategy of the next video. I want to form a Powerbloc, but you will decide which one in a poll some days after uploading this episode. Secondly, please leave comments about our goal for the next episode, like expand into the Middle East, or try to take the Confederation of the Rhine by force. I will make a second poll with ideas I like the most, and then you decide. In terms of our previous goals, we made some progress with our colonial empire. We became Burgundy, lost the cool color, and regained it now. But France stole our glory in regards of the Confederation of the Rhine. We are a great power, which is nice, but we are still behind many smart AI nations. They have a nice GDP growth, which will keep us entertained in the future. I will link the next episode once it's done. Please leave a like if you haven't yet, and I see you on the next video.